Welcome back to the channel. My name is Stephen Nguyen. I'm a pharmacist and I own 52 units of real estate. So recently, an owner reached out to me for an 8-unit apartment complex from a direct mailing campaign that I set up in March of 2021. So in March of 2021, I set up a direct mailing campaign over to Alabama, and this 8-unit is located in Birmingham, Alabama. So what's crazy is the owner emailed me after like 3 years, right? Keep in mind, this was March of 2021. Today is July of 2024. So literally in 3.5 years, a letter I sent 3.5 years ago was saved by this owner, saved in a dresser, nightstand, desk, somewhere. He kept it, and now he reached out to me saying, "Hey, I'm now in a position to want to sell. Are you still interested?" This is why I love direct mail. Direct mail still works, but what I love about direct mail is you go direct to the owner, no broker. They hold onto your letter for a long time, right? The ones that don't throw it away, they'll hold on to it, and randomly they'll clean out their drawer, their desk, see your letter, and reach out to you. So this owner, his name is Tom, he reached out to me and said via email and said, "Hey, Steven, uh, got your letter back in March 18th of 2021, asking to buy my 8-unit apartment complex. I'm now in a position to want to sell." He's now motivated. "Are you still interested in buying?" So at this point, I reached out to him, and typically you want to respond to these owners in 24 hours. That's what I teach in my mentorship program, and what I teach my students. If you're interested in joining the mentorship program, check out the link down below. But in any case, I responded saying, "Okay, hey, thanks for responding and reaching out. I'm still interested in the property. Can you give me a call gave him my number and I said, can you give me a call or send me an email, whatever works best for you, and I have some additional questions for you." And then he responded saying, "You know what? I prefer to communicate via email for now, but if things get serious, let's talk on the phone." So for me, I always try to communicate in a way that they feel comfortable, right? If they want to communicate via email, I will email them. If they want to talk on the phone, I'll talk on the phone. If they want to text, I will text. Whatever makes them feel more comfortable, use that mode of communication and be flexible, right? So I always try to do that because for my 26-unit apartment complex, he wanted everything documented via email. So I communicated with him purely through email, and I only saw him in person and talked to him in person when I was doing due diligence on the apartment complex in Oklahoma, right? So, any case, he says, "Okay, email." So I respect the wishes. And I said, "Okay, to underwrite this deal, I need to get a rent roll to see the occupancy, as well as I need a profit and loss statement for the past 12 months called a P&L or a T12, right?" And he responded saying, "Here is my T12 and here is a rent roll." And he gave me a Schedule E. So now let's look at his P&L. So he said that this is from his property manager. So right now he has his property manager managing it. So he might be an out-of-state owner, or he might be a tired out-of-state owner. So that's some nuggets for me that I'm gaining here. And I looked at the P&L, and let me break it down for you. So it's an 8-unit apartment complex. He claims that he was getting about $500 per door. So 8 times 500 is about $4,000 a month is kind of your max gross rents. And he basically gave me a P&L from January of 2023 all the way to December of 2023. He just did his taxes, right? So he has this, and the total for the year was about $45,000. So you can kind of see that his average rents was, give or take, $3,500 to $4,000 a month, depending on occupancy. And so he claimed about 45, let's just make it $44,000 in income. And his expenses, he only listed 2 expenses on his P&L statement, which is already inaccurate. So he listed his property management fee, and it looks like it's consistently around maybe 7 to 8%, which is reasonable. And he had some maintenance fees, right? So his total expense, if you include property management, was $3,000, and his total repairs was about $4,000. So he's claiming that he made $45,000 in income and has $7,000 in expense, and his net operating income is $40,000 per month, roughly. right? And if you assume it's a 10 cap market, you take that $40,000 divided by 10%, that's a $400,000 valuation, right? If you take it $400,000 or $40,000 divided by the 8 cap, it's going to be maybe closer to like 450,000, right? So that's how banks will underwrite the deal. So, but knowing me, and if you follow me, the expense is always 50%. So realistically, if he's claiming $45,000 in gross income, then half of that is expense, right? And this factors in property tax, insurance, the water bill, electricity bill, gas, repairs, other fees, right? That's more realistic. So if you're taking, let's say he's making $46,000 in gross, 23,000 is in expenses out the gate, right? And then you have a $23,000 net operating income. And if you do a 10 cap, that's 230K valuation. If you do 8 cap, it's maybe like 260K, right? So I can tell the P&L was didn't include all the expenses, which is normal, right? So now let's look at his Schedule E. So I was very fortunate to get his Schedule E. Most owners are not that transparent to give it. You can make up your P&L, but your Schedule E, that one you file to the IRS, and that one is real. So I was very fortunate he gave it to me. But pretty much on this Schedule E, it's a husband and wife. So I have good information right there. And from there, I can see that he blacked out a social security number. But from there, I start to sense that, okay, well, the expense is about 50%, right? He actually claimed about, let's see, $20,000 in expense, which is about more right? So you want to make sure these people aren't lying. So now that makes more sense. So I hit the ballpark. Now at this point, I asked him, okay, what's a good price for you? Right? And he said, I want tax assessed price, which is 480K. And usually when I hear that, I salivate. And why I salivate is because usually it means it's a good deal, right? Usually you're buying under market. So if you look at the net operating income divided by the market cap rate, his NOI is 23K. Assuming a 10 cap to 8 cap, it's about 250 to maybe 280K, right? And and why it's 8 cap at best is because interest rates are 7.5%. So you can't do better than that. In any case, he did that. So I'll make 2 offers. One offer is literally going to be, based on the NOI divided cap rate, which is about maybe 280, but he wants tax price of 480. So at that point, I would offer creative financing. Like, do you own this free and clear, or do you have a loan? If you own it free and clear, I'll give you an offer higher at your price. But I want terms, right? So that's how you look at the deal. So that's kind of where I'm at the point. Like, I really wanted to give 2 offers, like one traditional finance, one creative financing, to show that gap, and hopefully from there he pivots. So in any case, running out of battery here, so I have to cut it short. But let me know if you have any questions below. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you so much.